Okay, also, you see this one. This is one of the most interesting video I've ever came across in the internet, right? Where Donald Trump is heard saying, people of South Africa, they must vote MK party, right? And you know what? What I find it funny about that video is the fact that I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, this is such creativity. But I am going to explain that shortly. Before I explain that, I want us to come back a little bit and let me explain the following. When there was a video of Barack Obama asking people to vote for Joe Biden. And if you're looking at that video, it is clear what is being said. And it was before the era, the digital era of AI. It was just the era of videography, because videography has grown worldwide. If you wanna be if you wanna sell something, start a podcast, get your audience, familiarize your audience with you, do all those things. If you wanna sell a product, you just need to understand the fourth industrial revolution and how it works. There's a reason I'm mentioning the fourth industrial revolution in this topic, because firstly, I want to play the video of Donald Trump asking people to vote MK. And once I'm done playing that video, where Donald Trump is asking people to vote for MK, then I'm going to have to explain now the concept of a fourth industrial revolution and how possibly that might have been a manipulation. But before we talk about the manipulation here, let me speak about this. I put it to you that you do the following. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, will bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay. With that being said, there is something called AI where you can take a picture, put it out there, and it speaks. So they can use a video like this, you can put it on AI, and you type the words that you want it to say. It will use my lips to utter the words, and it will use my voice to utter the words. But in actual sense, it's not me who's speaking. It's just the fourth industrial revolution have advanced to the extent that we can use your voice, your lips, but we are not the actual person speaking here. We are behind that. That's the reason I'm raising that, because I want you to listen to the Donald Trump speaking here, and once you are done listening to Donald Trump speaking here, then focus on everything there and tell me if it's authentic or not. Before I proceed in explaining a lot of things, take a look at this.
Greetings, all South Africans. My name is President Donald Trump. I urge all South Africans to vote for Umkhonto we Sizwe. May 29th, the African National Congress of Cyril Ramaphosa has failed all South Africans. With this new backed party by President Jacob Zuma, all South Africans will matter.
I've got a friend of mine who started his YouTube channel. In his YouTube channel, he was interested in the AI thing, and you know what I'm saying? I told him that, you know what, I don't believe that you should be using this. Get people familiar, get people or familiarize people with your original voice, with your original self, then maybe you can use AI later on. But you need to build a brand around yourself. With that being said, so when I was looking at this video of Donald Trump saying people should vote MK, I will honestly tell you the truth. I don't believe it's Donald Trump. I looked at the lips, you know what I'm saying, and I was like, you must go to the internet and look at pictures that have been pictures that are used. You know, you will see the lips moving in the picture, but you can see that no, these lips are not naturally moving here. You understand? So you can tell that this picture is not. Look at the picture that we are seeing here of an individual that is speaking. It's just an AI generated thing, right? But in America, for instance, they are trying to perfect this where they're going to use your face, like as in like this, and my voice in acting. But they're going to use robots for that. So in America, they are busy testing that technology. So me understanding that type of technology, and then I was like, this is not the real one. This is a manipulation of AI to say or to further a certain agenda that people has. You know what I'm saying? But I don't honestly believe that Donald Trump really spoke in favor of AMK. I know he probably know a lot of things that are happening in South Africa, but I don't believe that he is actually involved in that speech. I honestly don't believe. I do know for a fact. You'll remember that at some point, white Afrikaner, they wrote to Donald Trump and even responded during the time of his presidency in America, where he was actually, people were crying that they are being killed in South Africa. I remember somebody responding and saying, no, actually, they didn't tell you. Another white person or white people responded and say they didn't tell you, or they are not telling you that they are actually killing, they are actually involved also in killing other people, innocent people. So they should have told you that as well, and you must respond. Donald Trump did not respond going forward. So, yeah, this was to demonstrate this point that he is aware of our politics in South Africa. It's a fact. So I wouldn't necessarily say he doesn't know about MK. He knows about MK. He knows about ANC. He knows about EFF. He knows about Rise Mzansi. He knows about IFP. He knows about DA. He knows about a lot of politics. But to say, looking at that video, I can't really conclusively and confidently say Donald Trump responded there, right? I don't know. For me, it's not convincing. Maybe, Pelavele, I'm a man, born under sin, subject to correction, so I might do things like that. You know, I might err. Correct me, but me, being me, I think that is AI at its best. I just think like fourth industrial revolution. Because, guys, we must know what we do. Let me tell you a secret. You know, they don't tell you this. As we move to the fourth industrial revolution, do you know the identity theft? At some point, FNB, there was an article that I read with Business Tech. I think FNB had suffered the most consequences in terms of identity theft in South Africa as far as the banks are concerned. I'm a victim of identity theft using FNB, right? I'll tell you the story. I'm just demonstrating this point of fourth industrial revolution, that a lot of things are happening online. You know what? I had a phone, a small phone. You know, the one that you got it for 200 rand. Doesn't have internet. It's just for calls, nothing else. I had that call. My FNB account was linked to that phone, right? The phone that was registered to the bank, it was in that phone. I did that intentionally because I didn't want to compromise myself as far as the internet is concerned. I made sure that in that thing, there was no bank account, there was nothing. You couldn't find anything that links me to the bank. Guess what? I lost that phone. I gave a left to certain people at around 8 p.m. I was in Pretoria. Around 11, I lost my phone. They stole my phone. And then, you know, this thing of taking people. They stole, the very same people, they stole my phone. Then at about 11, they've accessed my bank account. Mind you, there's no PIN, There was no idea that the phone was registered in the bank, because I made sure that I give no idea. I made sure that I don't even write my banking details there. Nothing. But at that time, they accessed my bank account. They were busy taking out airtime from FNB. At the time where I saw it, they've already stolen up to 200 rand airtime. And I was told that they start like this. They were testing if it was working. They saw that it was working. Now they were going higher now. Because at the time when I saw it, they had bought an airtime for 100 and something. The total amount of airtime that they've bought at the time of me stopping the card, it was above 200 and something rand. Okay. A week later, somebody that I know lost about 6,000 from the bank account. What they did, they made a SIM swap from his phone, from her phone. She had a phone, but they did a SIM swap. After doing that SIM swap, it locked her out, and then they went into her bank account, FNB. They were able to buy at McDonald's, and then she launched a complaint, and FNB said, "No, we're not gonna pay you for that." Look, after that, I read the article of how many cases of that the banks will just dismiss that. They know it's identity theft, and that person, she even asked the question: a sound individual, how can you buy? Because they bought food at Mr. D. In a short space of time, they bought food for 2,000 rand. Like in a short space of time, and food, like when I say I mean prepared food. So come to think of it, she's not even a customer of McD, right? She's not the one. I know that lady. She doesn't like takeaways. So it didn't even click to the bank that this person does not usually buy food like this. There must be something. No. In fact, they wouldn't even pay her for that. So, just like me, she had to dump FNB. But unfortunately, now I'm back with that business account with FNB. I don't know why. Something like I need to deal with. So I'm simply saying, ever since this digital era, do you know the identity theft that have happened? Hey, it will shock you. Go and do your research around identity theft ever since the introduction of the fourth industrial revolution. And mind you, I've just spoken about identity theft from a banking point of view. There is a lot of identity theft that have happened just in general, Jay. Digital footprint these days is the most dangerous thing. Yet our lives are on our phones. These days you don't need your wallet. Like literally you don't need your wallet. You can go to a garage and they ask you to pay. You can pay using your phone. And then they ask you this card, the one you use for points, you can give them. If you are doing grocery, it's here. If you want Uber, it's here. You know, your banking apps are here. And let me tell you something. I'm just talking about this fourth industrial revolution and how dangerous this thing is. These days, there are two types of crime that are happening. One, it's this one. I know a person that got robbed. They parked their Polo there. So what happened is that this thieves stormed into them, right? They found them parked in front of the gate. They pointed them. They were held at gunpoint. Then these people said, "Open your phone." Yo, this other one had more than 20,000 preparing for a wedding. They took it all. They will tell you open, because they already know almost how the apps works. You will transfer the money to them. They will clean your bank account. A second incident that is, another thing that is happening is that these days, you can get hijacked, right? There are people who are specializing in the actual hijacking. To the people, I'm talking about the people that are actually hijacking you. Then among these people, there's people who are specializing with your apps. They will hijack you, take you to a certain spot. They clean your bank accounts while they've already taken your car, and then they will let you go. At that scenario, I got told where these people stormed into that house, held them at gunpoint, held them at hostage. They went into this house. They found a lot of people. Look, what they did, they cleaned their bank accounts. Cause Angiti, your life is here now. Do you understand? I'm just showing you now that there's something that we are not being told about the fourth industrial revolution and how disruptive and dangerous this thing is. But we are not being told about the danger of the danger that it's the threat and the danger that it poses on your life. You see, these days it is even safe that if you are traveling, leave your phone. The phones that have got your pins and everything, it is safe to leave this thing at home because they will clean you. They will hijack you. Or, hey, I forgot to say this one. You see, you catch a taxi. There is another crime that is happening there. When you take a taxi will pull up. It has got few people. You get in. When you get in, you've got your smartphone on it. They point you with a firearm and they tell you, open your smartphone. They want to see the apps that you have. You open your smartphone. They will clean your bank account. And then that taxi will drop you somewhere. So those are some of the things. Though the fourth industrial revolution is being preached, everybody in the fourth industrial revolution, this and that, there are people who are advocating for AI. But the downside of AI is that we are not being told how to protect ourselves around a fourth industrial revolution. Speaking about fourth industrial revolution, at least this episode came at the right time. There's a lady that I'm going to interview. She deals with the fourth industrial revolution. Her name is what? Vert? Hey, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Just that I was working hard behind the scenes in terms of sorting out a lot of things. But I promise you that I'll bring that lady anytime soon. I'm gonna bring that lady. She's into this fourth industrial revolution. So at least when I bring that lady to educate us about the fourth industrial revolution and the benefit that comes with it, we must be able to question her around the security threat that comes with this fourth industrial revolution. How a person can just easily take your information and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? What if, I make an example, Donald Trump doesn't endorse MK Party, but rather Donald Trump endorse ANC. I'm making an example, practical example. But because we are living in a fourth industrial revolution, his identity has already been stolen to endorse something that is probably it doesn't even believe in. I'm just making an example. Probably it's true. He endorses MK. I'm just making an example. But the bottom line is we must focus on the threat and the danger that it imposes on us. I want to end this video here. What has been your experience? Firstly, when it comes to identity theft. Identity theft, I know it comes in different ways, shapes, or form, but I'm referring to the one related to the fourth industrial revolution, where you are sitting at home and your identity is stolen, is being used somewhere. Or have you ever never been in a situation where you are told you are owing something, or a bank or whatever, a furniture shop, whereas when you know nothing about it? I'm just asking a fair question to you. Have you ever you've never been a victim of such? You've never been a victim of such a thing where you just found that you are married, whereas you don't know about that wedding, or you've never been into one, but according to the Home Affairs, you are now married. That still forms part and parcel of identity theft. How have you suffered identity theft? Get into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about it. We'll talk in the next video. Till such a time, please take care.